Hi, this is Darnell from Porsche of Ocala. Just wanted to go over the 2018 Porsche Panamera. This particular model is an agate gray metallic. In 2017, Porsche redesigned the Panamera to give it more of a sleek design, make it look more like a stretch 911. There were quite a few improvements going into the new generation, one of which is the engine. Now you have a 3-liter single turbo engine that produces 330 horsepower, 331 pound-foot of torque. It's definitely an improvement over the previous model. You have active flaps in your grille. That way you control the airflow going to the car, as well as once they're closed up, it will help reduce drag. You have the LED taillights that have been upgraded. The LEDs used to be an upgrade on the previous generation. This time around, this is the standard option for the headlights. The parking sensors in the front and rear of the vehicle are standard with the backup camera. With the previous generation, you had to put your key in the ignition as a standard option. Now that's standard as well. The Panamera does come with touchscreen display that has a navigation as standard. Going into the 17-18 models, you now have a 12-inch touchscreen display. The back end was redesigned. Again, you have a little bit more of a sleek design. You have 3D design taillights that stretch across the whole back end of the vehicle. The power tailgate is standard. You get quite a bit of space in the back of the Panamera. You can fold the seats down in case you needed extra storage space. The luggage compartment provides you with plenty. You can fit some golf bags in here, fit luggage back here, do everyday grocery shopping. This vehicle has the comfort access, so with that, you're gonna get a little bit more accessibility, a little bit more convenience out of the vehicle. So on each door handle, you have sensors that will unlock the car, and a notch on the door handle that will lock it. You also get hands-free trunk opening, so you can kick underneath the trunk to open up the trunk. That way, if your hands were full, make everything very easy and convenient for you. You do have a dual exhaust tips coming out the back. That way, to emphasize the sporty design of the Panamera. Now the Panamera is by all means a 4-door coupe. So you seat 4 in the rear. Two up front, 2 in the rear. You get bucket seats all the way around. This vehicle has the 4-zone climate control. So you have a touch display in the rear. That way your passengers can control the temperature on both sides. They can access the radio from here. This does have heated seats in the rear as well. It's a very elegant design. This does have some additional safety. Porsche has the lane change assist equipped on this vehicle, so you have this square here on the mirror. Now, the good thing about the positioning for this is that it's actually right in your peripheral, so you don't have to turn your head to see it out the driver's side, and turn your head very little to see it out the passenger side, and it lights up and you control the brightness of that when someone's in your blind spot. You have a 14-way seats with the memory package, so you have the memory seats on both the driver and passenger side. The instrument cluster has changed going into the new generation. On the previous generation, this entire cluster was all 5 analog displays. Now the center is an analog display. And you have a screen here, as well as a screen on this side. This screen is going to display your temperature. You can see that you have your odometer there, and then you have your navigation. So if you put in destination, this will show you your turn-by-turn directions. And on the opposite side, you'll see vehicle information. I've changed the screen here so you can see a compass. You could always change that to an analog or a digital clock, whatever is your preference. You can scroll down, you can see your trip info. Okay, you have your map here, and you can change the layout of this map just like you would the layout on the PCM, which has also been upgraded on this model. So from here you can zoom in and out, you can change it to 3D view, north facing up. You have a G-force meter. You can see your tire pressure from here, and then back around to your main menu. And you can customize the layout of even this screen, and you would do that through the PCM. With this, you have the steering wheel design taken from the 918. It's a multi-function wheel with all the necessary controls right there at your fingertips. That way you don't have to take your hand off the wheel. You have an analog clock here right on the dash. Gives a very elegant feel on the inside of the vehicle. The PCM has been drastically upgraded going to this new generation, so the screen has now increased to a 12-inch touchscreen display with a proximity sensor as standard. So once your hand gets close to the screen, the necessary menu pops up, and you'll get touch tone sounds as well. Now going down here, you'll see on the Panamera you have this electronic vent controls here, so you control this from the PCM. If you go a little bit lower, you'll see that the buttons that were on the previous generation have been eliminated, and now you have a touchpad. You still get some haptic feedback while touching the keys here, that way to make it so you know that you're actually pressing and activating the feature that you're selecting. The transmission's been changed a little bit. It's electronic. So here you put the car in the gear, you pull it down to drive, it pops back into place. If you want to put it in reverse, you push it forward. Same thing, will pop back to the center, and then you press the P here, and this will put the vehicle in park. Now it is still a double clutch transmission. This generation's an 8-speed double clutch, so you get very fast shifts, very smooth shifts in a higher gear. That way, when you're on the highway, you get the best gas mileage from the vehicle as possible. And a nice compartment here where you can fit your cell phone. CD player inside your glove compartment. This has a dual panoramic roof, so in the previous generation you didn't get this. So you actually have dual controls with this now. You have a control here for the front, and then this one for the rear. Now your rear passengers have control over the back one if they wanted to close or open it. And having these open really open up the interior of the vehicle. And then you can tilt the front roof up to vent, or you can open the roof. Okay, so let's go out and take one more good look at Panamera. You have multiple options when it comes to the Panamera. This is the standard Panamera, which you can also get as the Panamera 4, which will be the all-wheel drive version. Once again, this is Darno from Porsche Panamera. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.